Have you been arrested before?
This is 39-year-old Bradenton, Florida resident Ryshawnna Poole.
Came in here in handcuffs, right?
And this is 28-year-old Jymieka McDowell from Sarasota, Florida. Both women are sitting in a room and waiting to speak to detectives on an early January morning in 2021 for a very peculiar reason. Earlier that evening, police received a 911 call from a bystander saying that there was a female officer in distress during what seemed to be a routine traffic stop. Sarasota Police were alarmed and confused. They hadn't received a call from any of their on-duty officers. In response, multiple units were dispatched to the location to see if they could find the officer in need of backup, but they couldn't find anything. A sergeant rushing to the scene noticed a Chevrolet Trax SUV driving in the opposite direction with a light bar mounted in his dashboard. He lost sight of the vehicle, but headed in the same direction. A few moments later, Sarasota Police received another call, stating that there was a police impersonator on the other side of town. A search of the area was immediately conducted, including the Ringling College of Art and Design, where the SUV in question was located. When searching the cameras, they saw two women going in opposite directions. Those two women were Ryshawnna Poole and Jymieka McDowell. During the initial investigation, police found that both women had outstanding warrants and were brought in for further questioning.
Have you been arrested before?
If I'm on probation, I would have had to be arrested before.
Well, that's true. You have your rights read to you before?
Yeah.
Okay. So, where were you coming from tonight?
What is going on, sir? Can you tell me what's going on?
Well, I'm going to get into that right now. What were you doing tonight?
I already answered that to the officers.
Well, you need to answer that with me. I'm the one looking into things.
What do you mean? What was I doing tonight?
Where?
Earlier?
Yeah.
Before
you came down here, what were you doing?
I was in a car with a boyfriend.
Mm-hmm. Okay, where was that at?
Sarasota.
And where did the officers find you at?
At the school.
What were you doing over there?
Under the stairs.
What were you doing there?
Hiding.
Ryshawnna was found under a set of stairs on the Ringling campus. Police were able to narrow down the search by just looking at the direction she went when exiting the vehicle, and they found her under the stairs next to a building just across the parking lot.
Hiding from who?
Well, not hiding, just getting away. Can you tell me what's going on?
Oh, I'm getting to it. What were you doing on campus over there? Hiding from who?
I was under the stairs.
Okay.
Because I didn't have anywhere else to go. Now, can you tell me what's going on?
I'm going to get there in just a second. What were you doing on campus at Ringling?
I already answered that. I was under the stairs because I had nowhere else to go.
Okay, so you're staying there because you're homeless?
No, I just had nowhere else to go at the time.
Okay. Do you have a home you live in?
I do.
And where is that?
In Bradenton.
Okay. And so, are you from Sarasota at all?
No, have I ever lived here? Yes, before.
Okay, but you're living in Bradenton. For how long? A month?
Why
6
is
months?
that
A year?
relevant to, I'm asking you what is going on. I have the right to ask you why I'm in this room when I was just supposed to go to jail because I had a warrant.
How did you get to the Bradenton campus? Did you walk there? I mean, the Ringling campus. Did you walk or did you come out of a vehicle?
I don't feel comfortable. I don't know what's going on.
Were you in a car tonight?
I already answered that. I was in a car.
Okay. Were you in a vehicle that parked on campus over there at Ringling?
Sir, what is going on? What is going on? Why am I not just going straight to jail for violation of probation or prowling?
No, you will be here shortly.
So what is going on? Why is that? Why won't you answer that?
Ryshawnna is feigning ignorance and pressing the detective for information. She expresses her desire to know why she's in the interrogation room, which is expected, but she seems to be completely aloof as to what she could have been a part of that is necessitating an investigation.
What is going on? Why won't you answer that?
It's very easy to answer.
But why won't you answer it then?
Because I'm trying to ask you some questions pertaining to the whole reason why we're in this room. Listen here. You're on video on Ringling campus. You know that place is wired for sound over there. There's cameras everywhere. You're on video getting out of a vehicle, going on to campus. Okay. My simple question is, why were you getting out of a vehicle and hiding under the stairwell?
Because I had nowhere else to go.
You got a home in Bradenton, why don't you go there?
I was not driving. I had no way to get there. They got my purse. There's no keys. There's nothing.
Who's
I had
they?
nothing.
They got your purse?
The officers.
The detective seems to not have any specifics on hand, just that she was seen leaving the vicinity of the vehicle in question. What he's actually doing is leading Ryshawnna to questions that he already knows the answers to, gauging her level of honesty and the weight of truth behind her words.
So why didn't you just go up to the...
I don't know where I was at. I know where I was at, but I don't know how to get anywhere from there. So I just figured if I sit there till the morning, I don't know, till I figure things out. I just went under there. I felt safe there. I saw the cameras. I saw it was pretty secure.
Whose vehicle was it you got out of on camera?
I don't know whose car that is.
Who were you with in the car?
I've already answered that.
Well, what's...
going? But you're steady asking me questions.
You're not answering it with me. That's why I keep asking these questions.
You keep asking me questions, but you won't tell me what's going on. And I have a right to ask you why I'm in this room, and you know that. You know that. You know you can't question me without telling me what is going on.
I can question you any manner that I see fit.
Right, and I also have rights.
You do have rights. That's which is why we talked about that when we first sat down.
Right. So I'm asking you what is going on? Why am I in this room?
Ryshawnna does have rights, of course, which the detective mentions that they went over. Ryshawnna is also correct, in a way, about being told why she's being questioned. You have the right to be told why you're being arrested and the nature of the charges against you. The difference here is that Ryshawnna was brought in due to outstanding warrants. She isn't under arrest for anything pertaining to the police impersonation yet. She is just being questioned about her whereabouts.
This is really strange for somebody that just has a warrant to be in a room and not just go to jail.
Were you in a car tonight that was stopping people, like doing police traffic stops?
I didn't do anything with the police traffic stops.
Turning lights on like strobe lights in a car?
I didn't do anything to anybody with no police.
Were you in a car that someone else was doing
I
that?
was not doing anything to pretend to people. They said that earlier. They did say they were looking for somebody that was pretending. Is that what this is about?
Yep.
Why wouldn't you just answer that 10 minutes ago, sir?
Listen, I'm not the one that's being questioned here. You're the one that's being questioned. And we keep going around and around in circles. You're not going to control this conversation.
I didn't do anything. I have a warrant, and I'm here because I have a warrant. I'm aware of that.
Okay.
And I was on campus, on a campus.
What kind of car were you in when you got out on campus? SUV, sedan, pickup truck? What kind of car were you in?
I wasn't, sir.
Well, no, you were on camera getting out of a car, out of a vehicle.
Okay.
Okay. So why can't you answer that simple question?
If you're saying you got me on camera getting out of a
I
vehicle,
do.
then you know that if what you're saying is what you're saying, then you already know the answer to what
I
you're
do know
asking.
the answer to the question,
So
but I
why
want to
are
see if
you
you'll
asking
tell me the
what
truth.
did I do? I didn't do any
Because
of that.
I want to see if you're going to tell me the truth, which obviously you don't know how to.
I've been told that a few times.
I bet you have.
I am. It's a dirty game y'all playing.
There's nothing dirty about it. It's pretty straightforward.
It is, because I haven't done anything other than having a warrant
Then why
and being on the campus.
Then why are we doing
supposed to be
circles
there.
here?
I don't know. I've already told you. You asked did I do anything to pretend to be a police or strobe lights or something. I told you I didn't do anything like that. I didn't. So, I mean, I don't know what else you want from me, sir.
I want to know whose car you were in tonight.
I don't know.
Then how did you get in there?
I got in it.
Okay. Why did you get in the car you didn't know who it belonged to, and you didn't know who the people were?
I didn't say I didn't know who the people were. I told you I was.
Who were the people that got in it?
Sir, I don't know what you're trying to get into or what you're trying to say that I had anything to do with.
I'm trying to get into the truth, which you obviously have a problem with.
I'm not lying to you. I am not told a lie. I was under those stairs because I had nowhere else to go. I had no keys, no way of my phone was halfway dead, and I didn't know where to go. So I went there and got under those stairs. because I just felt it was safe.
So was someone inside the car filming what was happening?
I don't know, sir.
I would think you would know.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
So if someone in the car that you were in was filming what was going on with this traffic stop, and you were on video, then what would you say then?
You keep putting me in a car with somebody trying to...
That's what the camera shows you getting out of the car.
You keep on putting me in a car saying somebody was filming. I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that. You keep insinuating something that I don't know anything about. I told you where I was. The only thing I'm guilty of is having a warrant and being on campus.
And not telling the truth.
For prowling, or whatever they said. I wasn't
Giving
prowling.
us a fake name, fake date of birth, not being truthful.
I was
with
under
anything.
stairs, and I already spoke to the officer, but I was wrong for that. But that's because I knew I had a warrant, and I was afraid. Period. So, I mean, I did that. I'm
But
sorry
why
about
are
that.
you still lying when we've told you that
I'm
there's
not lying
cameras
about
everywhere?
anything. What am I lying about? I just told you where I was at.
About
You don't
being
want
at
to
the
tell
car.
us who was in the car?
I have nothing to do. I don't know what you're talking about.
Who were you in the car with tonight?
Sir. What am I being held here for?
We're going to go that route again?
What am I
You just
being
keep
held
going
here
round
for?
and round while you're trying to avoid these questions. Hey, we can do this all night. It's okay. I got all night.
That's what you're getting paid for, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what you want from me.
Well, you know, if you want to just sit there and incur these additional charges with no explanation, that's up to you.
Charges for what?
What were y'all doing in the car?
What was who doing in the car? I haven't
Well,
done
that-
it, so
what-
now you're trying to charge me with additional...
What did I just say was going on in the car?
You said it was a traffic stop or something.
Okay. If you do a traffic stop on somebody and you're not the actual police, what would that be? Like impersonating an officer? Would that would it be?
Sounds about right. Well,
Yeah.
who was getting the traffic stop?
Obviously, we're not going to get it out of you because you don't want to go round and round in these circles, and that's okay.
I
If you
didn't-
want to take the
I
charge,
didn't-
it's up to you. I'm not going to sit there and go round and round with
You
you.
know I didn't do that, so I'm not worried about that. You know I didn't do that. That's why you asked me those questions. I didn't pull no traffic stop on nobody, and you say you just saw me get out of
You can't answer one simple question
I answer every
truthfully.
question you've asked me truthfully. You asked me
You
what was I
haven't
doing on the
answered
stairs?
anything. That's
I
okay.
did. I didn't. You know I didn't do that, and I know that I didn't do that. So I know what I did. I gave the wrong name. I did that. I was on campus when I shouldn't have been. I did that. I have a warrant. I did that. I didn't pull no traffic stop. I didn't impersonate no police officer. I didn't do none of that. So
You were in the car when all that was being done.
I can only vouch what I did.
Well, what did you see?
I don't.
What did you
I didn't do
see?
any of that, sir.
You don't want to talk about any of that, do you?
Because I didn't do anything.
Were you in
What
a
did
vehicle
you
with
see
that
in
stuff?
the car?
I didn't do anything.
Come on, let's go.
Detectives make a quick change of course while talking to Ryshawnna. She's not budging from her story at all. They decide to switch gears and talk to Jymieka for a moment, but they modify their approach a bit. Before we continue, a brief moment to thank this video's sponsor, HelloFresh. Trying to eat healthy can be a chore, from shopping all the way down to deciding what to make. If you're like me and you value convenience and your health, then HelloFresh is the right option for you. HelloFresh delivers fresh, quality produce from the farm to your door in less than a week, so you can savor summer flavors right from home. Take the stress and the hassle out of eating fresh food and new recipes too. HelloFresh gives foolproof, step-by-step recipes, meaning a joyful cooking experience and a stress-free summer. Plus, HelloFresh cuts back on time spent in the kitchen with meals ready in around 30 minutes or less. If you remember the last time HelloFresh sponsored Morbid Curiosity, they've helped me lose over 45 pounds. Fit and wholesome recipes make it easy to eat well without sacrificing flavor, so you can meet, maintain, and exceed your goals, and feel good about your food choices with HelloFresh. Skip the grocery store and spend more time soaking up the summer sun. HelloFresh is currently offering the Morbidly Curious a special offer. Check it out. Go to HelloFresh.com and use code Curiosity16 for 16 free meals across 7 boxes and 3 free gifts. That's HelloFresh.com, code Curiosity16 for 16 free meals across 7 boxes and 3 free gifts. Eat fresh, feel fresh, live fresh. HelloFresh. Link in the description below. And now, back to the interrogation.
so I need to talk to you about what we're looking into tonight. And obviously came in here in handcuffs, right? When they
Yes.
arrested you?
Yes.
They told you you had a warrant?
Yes.
All right, so did anybody read your Miranda rights?
No.
No. So I'm going to do that right now.
Yep.
All right, having those rights in mind, are we willing to talk now? You willing to talk to me?
I mean,
Come on, okay, well, do you know why you're even here besides the warrant?
no, I don't.
Yeah, no idea. Okay. Were you guys driving in a vehicle tonight? You and any of your friends? No? You weren't driving?
No.
All right, where'd you come from tonight?
I was eating crabs at a friend's house. Well, I was in a vehicle with a friend, but I wasn't driving the vehicle that we got pulled in.
What kind of vehicle was that?
Buick, white
A
Buick.
white Buick. Were
Came
you
down.
on Ringling campus tonight?
No.
Did you park a car on Ringling campus tonight, a SUV?
No.
Okay. And you weren't physically driving a vehicle yourself tonight? No. And how is it I have that screenshot? Play that little video.
Jymieka is blindsided by something she didn't expect. Video evidence of her involvement uploaded to a publicly visible Facebook page.
I think it's almost 7 minutes long.
Were you all in this vehicle doing traffic stops and turning those strobe lights on and all that?
That wasn't tonight.
When was that?
Saturday night, I think. I wasn't in a vehicle that night.
You're in the driver's seat, because when this thing will pan in a minute, it shows you all the behind the wheel.
I wasn't in a vehicle tonight driving. I was eating crabs tonight.
How about last night?
That was not last night.
When was it?
Probably Saturday night, but I
You
still
know it was
wasn't.
Saturday night last night, right?
Oh, well, yeah. But
All right, why don't you tell me about this? What were you all doing?
playing around.
Who's in the car that you guys stopped?
That's our friend. That's a friend that's a friend of ours.
Jymieka folds and explains that they were playing a prank on a group of friends. Detectives try for a little bit more and say that they have evidence that Jymieka was driving.
Okay. So, what'd you do after this? Where's this vehicle that you're in that you're driving? Where is it at now?
The vehicle that I'm in right now is in Newtown.
The vehicle that you were driving right there.
Yes.
That's the one that was parked on campus at Ringling.
No.
I'm telling you because
the car in Ringling.
You know there's lots of cameras on Ringling?
I know.
Jymieka, when the car was parked over there,
Mhm.
all this, even the one of those stops over there was captured on video.
Okay.
And then it showed a video on the campus, because they got video cameras everywhere.
I understand
The
that.
video shows you driving into the parking lot and getting out of the car.
Okay. It shows me driving and getting out the car.
It shows people getting out of the car.
Did it show me driving and getting out of the car?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there's no further questions. I mean, you got what you need to know.
It looks like Jymieka just called their bluff. She gets them to clarify that they have video evidence of her driving, and she completely clamps up, ending the interrogation. She either A, knows that they are bluffing and will let the evidence play out in court, or B, she knows that she's caught red-handed and opts to not discuss any further. Regardless of the circumstance, the police end the interrogation and return to Ryshawnna.
a lawyer, and we'll just go from there. I don't want no further questions. Take me across the street, book me so I can bond out, and we'll go from there.
All right, go. You can do that.
Ryshawnna,
Mm-hmm.
you want to know why we're so frustrated
Yeah.
when we question you? And
What is going on? Why is this
I'm
like...
going to show you, okay?
But
I'm going to show you why we're so frustrated.
this is my question. Why is this such a big...
So, this is why we're asking. So, do you know how we even came about tonight?
No.
People heard this, and they called in thinking officers needed backup because of what was being said in the video.
What do you mean people heard it and thought officers needed
People heard
backup?
the speaker, and when
Oh.
it continuously going on,
Mm.
they think they're having somebody not
Yeah,
comply.
hurting. But why the big, like a movie? Like, is
Because we test to see how honest people are going to be with us.
I haven't been, I mean, y'all keep saying I'm not being honest, but
Well, you haven't said anything about this, and
but my thing is,
you posted this.
why, like, is that like it's a prank, so like what?
Ryshawnna cracks and matches Jymieka's story that the person that was pulled over was a friend and that it was all just a prank.
I'm just trying to understand.
So
like,
that's
why
all
the
it was a prank? So, who's in front? Who's the vehicle in front? Are those people you know?
Yes. We were all
Okay.
together.
You were all
You
together.
see they're laughing? When they get out of the car, they're laughing.
Well, when we got caught, we never made contact with those people. When we
They're
get caught.
laughing. They were the uncle. There was an older uncle. Let me start over.
Okay.
Can you turn that on?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to deceive anybody. I didn't do anything wrong.
Okay.
There's an older guy in the front. It's the uncle of somebody. I don't know them. I was somewhere else with someone else.
Who was on? You were in the back vehicle.
The back of the
The
car.
recording.
I wasn't recording, but I was in the back of the vehicle. Somebody else had my phone.
Okay.
We all knew it was a prank on the guy that was in the car. If you look, they're laughing. The people in front of us are laughing.
Okay.
It was just a prank.
And that was tonight?
Yes.
Earlier in the night?
Yes. It was just a prank. It was an innocent prank because it was just funny. It wasn't to...
So how did that car end up at Ringling?
Because that's where it pulled at. And I ended up, because I don't know my way around there.
Okay.
So I just, like I said, I had nowhere else to go.
So,
I
like
went
the other
upstairs.
people in the car parked it at
Yeah.
Ringling?
Yes. Because the officer came behind them.
Like a real officer
Yes.
came behind them,
Right.
and that they got spooked, they got scared,
Yes.
so they parked the car.
Yes.
And then everybody took off running
Yes.
and just went separate directions.
Yes. And I don't know my way around. Like I said, I didn't have nowhere else to go, and I didn't know where I was.
Okay. You see how much easier it is to have a conversation?
just-
Because I can be straightforward with you,
But I keep
And-
asking questions, and y'all not being
Well,
straightforward.
because we're not the ones in trouble, and we have a protocol to go
I
through.
get it.
Okay.
I get it. But it was just it was a stupid.
But
funny
wouldn't have that been easier to say in the beginning?
Because I didn't know what was going on. It's just a stupid prank.
Well, you knew cops showed up for something, right?
When he came and got me, I told him I had nowhere else to go.
So
I'm just thinking like it was.
Who all was involved in this prank?
I don't. Everybody that you see, everybody.
Well, I don't see it. Like,
you see. I mean, y'all.
how many were in the back vehicle? Like the vehicle you were in?
There was 4 people.
4 people in that one.
I think. I don't.
How
know.
many were in the front?
I think 4.
4 more in the front.
I think.
Was that the only traffic stop
Yeah.
you guys did tonight?
Yeah, because we were all together. We were all together at somebody else's house, and they came over, and the joke was to prank the uncle. So we left. They pulled off, and he was thinking that we were gonna go get money out of the ATM. So when they pulled off, that's when they did the traffic stop or whatever to
Okay.
prank him. but it wasn't. Nobody was riding.
So the
around
uncle
town.
didn't know you guys were doing the
Right.
prank until you guys started speaking over the
Right.
intercom.
He's the only one that didn't know.
Okay.
So it was just a prank. We weren't. Nobody was stopping. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about.
You got to think when somebody else calls it in, we don't know that you knew him.
So you saying somebody called the police?
Yes. So
Is
somebody, you guys were already out of the area, but somebody called, and it actually came
that's
in
why
that
you said that somebody was trying to call the police to get him off of me.
Yes.
But that's not. I don't know
Well,
anything about that. Because you said
actually,
that.
Jymieka, is it Jymieka? The McDowell, that one. Well, she's here too.
I heard you say that.
Okay.
I heard you say that out when we were at the other thing.
She called dispatch and said that people were stopping. So that was another call. We had a completely third party call in thinking.
She called the police and said what?
While we were with you,
Yeah.
already had contacted you. She called the police to saying that somebody kept making traffic stops.
Why would she do that?
The second call that police received, it turns out, was from Jymieka. In a brazen display of deviously cunning behavior, Jymieka tried to make the phone call to divert police attention from them and to give both women an opportunity to escape, or at minimum, an opportunity to provide some sort of plausible deniability.
Probably to try and get us out of the area. Try and give you an out off of campus. That's my guess. I don't have that.
I don't know anything about that because obviously I was with you.
I know that.
I know nothing about that.
I know that.
This was a dumbass prank.
But somebody else had already called us, which is why we were in the area in the first place, because they thought an officer was in need of assistance.
It's just a prank on the uncle.
Okay.
Stupid prank.
Were you guys about to pull another car over when you guys saw the real cop?
No, the whole thing was to prank the uncle.
Okay.
We all pulled off, and that's like you could see the people in the car with him standing out the car laughing.
Well, there's another Ringling college. How I told you it's all under video. There's another video of the vehicle you got out of lighting up another car, but then that cop drives by, and that's when you guys pull around. What's that? Somebody else you knew as well?
The only cars, those two cars were together the whole time.
So was it that the car
Yeah,
the second time again on Bradenton?
We were messing with the uncle. The only person that we were doing that to was them. We weren't like riding around town doing anything like that to anybody. The whole thing was we were there. He was under the impression that we were going to get money from the bank. So everybody knew but him.
Okay.
So when we got far enough from where we were going, that's when we did that. But see, he got scared and told her, if you look at the video, he told her to keep going because he thought that it was the police for real. So maybe that's when they saw the lights or whatever go again. But because they took off and we went again, and you can see that in the video. So I don't know if that's what.
So in the vehicle that you were in, who was driving? Is that the uncle's niece?
I don't even know them like that, man. I'll tell you, I came to the party.
Well, who did you know?
My friend wasn't even there anymore. She had to go home to take her kids.
Well, you at least knew Jymieka because she was the number that kept calling your phone.
And
because we have systems that can do that.
Yeah, obviously. That number was a lot. I didn't know what that number was. When it was calling, when I was under the stairs, I couldn't answer because I didn't want anybody to hear that I was there. So when you were standing there and you say this number keep calling, that number's not locked in my phone. I don't know who that is. So I didn't all this other stuff you're telling me is news. The only thing I know was the prank was to get uncle.
So you don't know anybody's names of people that were in that car?
Not like I know like Nuki, like nicknames. I don't know them like that to say this is such and such, such and such.
Now what if I said we have that video that you posted? Do you remember what you posted with it?
What do you mean?
You posted somebody's name.
You can see that.
Right. But you just told me you didn't know him.
No, you said she's here. We just talked about that.
I know.
That's the only person that I have on there 'cause she's my Facebook friend, so I could tag them on there. We already talked about that. You said other people that were around. I don't know them.
So where was she in the car?
You can see the video, ma'am.
I know.
You see
I want to...
But why am I... If you could see what's going on.
Remember that whole honesty thing?
But I'm
basically
not being honest.
that.
But why test me and all that if you just showed me a video and you can clearly see what's going on? Why are
is that video anywhere other than your Facebook?
What do you mean? Like, where else would it be?
I don't know. Is it saved somewhere on your phone, or do you know if anybody else was recording it?
I don't know. Oh, this happened so fast because literally right after that.
Well, that's a 7-minute long video.
No, I'm saying after that.
No, but when you were recording, do you know if anybody else was recording as well?
I don't know. I seen the girls. You see the girls that also knew what was going on. You can see they had their camera. So
okay.
I don't know if they were recording, if they were taking pictures. I don't know because I wasn't in the car with them.
Okay. Well, of the people that you were in the car with.
I don't know. Like I said, after that, it just happened so fast, and it was funny because we was laughing at Uncle. Wasn't out like I kind of see now where it's going. Like y'all thought that we were riding around town. Which
you know what charge that would be?
Yeah, that's pretty bad. But we weren't doing that.
Do you see why we're taking it so serious?
I do now because of what you think that we were riding around town. Because I didn't know that until you just told me that you guys thought that we were riding around town trying to arrest other people. But that's not the case.
So people are supposed to feel safe with police, right? And are supposed to call them when they're in need?
Yeah.
So when we hear that recording and somebody else on the street that you guys did that traffic stop, here's that speakerphone. But in the car, here's that speakerphone saying, pull over, we'll shoot you, Black Lives Don't Matter, the stuff that got said. Do you see why they called the police?
Because they think the police,
So
yeah.
Now we're concerned that not only is somebody impersonating us, but they're doing it with the intention to actually hurt someone.
No, it wasn't to hurt nobody.
But that's how we see it. When we didn't know any of this.
Right.
As we started folding. That's why we take this so seriously.
I get that. Because if we were riding around just pulling random people and saying that stuff, then that's an issue. But it wasn't like that. It was a dumb prank.
So you only pulled one car.
The car was with us. We didn't pull them. It was already planned for them to stop. Because the girl that was driving knew to stop. So
the uncle was in the passenger seat?
Yeah. He didn't know. So it wasn't. We weren't.
Did you know the girl that was driving the car that you pulled over?
No.
You don't know her name?
You keep saying I pulled over. I didn't.
I'm sorry. In the vehicle that you were in. I know you weren't driving.
And I didn't pull anybody over.
But in that the vehicle that you were in, do you know who the driver of the other vehicle was?
No. That was my first. They came to the party where we were at.
Okay.
She came with the uncle.
And the party was on that 31st Street?
I don't know. We were in some apartments. We were like right around the corner because we pulled out of the apartments and we maybe turned like twice or something like that. And that's when the whole thing was for her to stop.
How did you get to that party?
My car.
Your car? Where's that now?
Over where I was at. I don't even know where that is.
Okay.
Because
Did they send you an address or something?
No, my friend, like I said, I came to my friend's house earlier,
and
then she was like, we were just sitting in her house, and she was like, well, they're eating crabs over here. Do you want to go over here? So she drove my car. We went over there. That's why I don't know where I was at, because she drove the car. So when they left there, we were literally just doing this and supposed to come back. But she had already left. So that's what I'm saying. I don't even know where my car is. This is a dumb prank.
Okay.
It was like it's
okay. All right.
So what is going on?
Well, I'm gonna. You gotta go on your warrant.
Yeah, I know that.
So I'm gonna let the detective know that this was a prank.
Yeah, nobody was riding around town, pulling nobody else with no intentions of. That first of all, that would be weird. If we were doing that, because that would be weird.
There's weird people in the world, though, right?
There are.
So we gotta investigate
but
everything.
I really didn't even think about it along those lines like y'all thought about that, because I didn't know that part till you just said that. So that's why I kept saying like I didn't do anything wrong, because everybody with us knew what was going on. It wasn't like it was any malicious intent where we were trying to pretend to be police officers or anything like that.
Okay. All right. So, we need to verify with the uncle that this was a prank. And you have no way of telling. Like, do you know how we could contact him or his name that we could try and look him up?
I don't know. He was an older guy.
An older guy?
Yeah. You could see the
Do you
people
know
in the thing.
I know. Do you know whose uncle he is that we can try and find a contact?
Why y'all didn't ask Jymieka? Jymieka know the people. Why you didn't ask her that? I don't know these people.
Ryshawnna stays to her story. It was all just a prank, and that there was no harm intended. She knew the man in the video, and that it was all just a harmless joke. The officer asks how they can get in contact with the man in the video to confirm that it was all just a joke, and that it would help everyone out. Ryshawnna slips again. She says she doesn't exactly know the man, but that Jymieka does.
And that's the God honest truth. I don't.
Could you find out if on Facebook?
He's an old guy. He was older.
Because if it really makes it a lot easier if we can verify with him that, hey, you knew these people, it was a prank.
You can see that we know each other.
I can't go by that.
I was gonna say.
I know what it looks like, but you gotta think we had.
What is she? She not telling y'all what's going on?
She's not talking.
She's not saying it's a prank?
She said it was a prank.
Yeah.
But then she said that she wanted a lawyer, and we're not allowed to ask her anything else after that.
Because she called the police office, the station.
Because what?
Because she called the police station.
Because she called the police station?
That's what you're saying. I mean,
we didn't tell her that. We didn't get that there. We didn't tell her that we knew she called the police.
That's great. I wish she would just say it's a prank. Because it's not that serious. Like,
Ryshawnna continues to try to plead her case after coming clean to the officer, downplaying the seriousness of impersonating a police officer. Keep watching until the end for the update on what happened after this interrogation.
That's why I was like, is there any way you could even find out who this uncle is? Like, because if we can talk to him and he's like, yeah, it's a prank, it makes this way easier on us.
She's the only one that knows all the people. I literally, just by default, it's so crazy because I'm.
Could it have been would he be at that house you were at? Like,
they literally came there.
Do you know if he lived there?
No, I don't. No, he didn't live there because the girls, like I said, he came there with his niece. And
do you know who his niece was?
I don't know.
Do you have her on
she's
Facebook?
In the video.
But
no, I don't know her. But I do need to ask a question.
Yeah.
My lawyer wanted to know when the warrant was executed, and I need to let them know that I'm here so they know to go to first appearance. And that number is in my phone.
Okay. So you need a number out of your phone.
I just need to text him. I've been arrested in Sarasota. You can see it on there.
This is my phone.
Oh, your phone looks just like
That's why I was telling you on scene. I was like, no, I'm on mine.
I keep thinking you showing me my phone.
No, this is mine.
Our phones look just alike. That's why I thought it was my phone.
No.
I just need to let him know that I've been arrested because my lawyer's out of St. Pete, and I just need to let them know that I've been arrested so they know to come to first appearance because he said once the warrant was...
Would you sign a consent form for us to get that out of your phone?
You already been in my phone.
No.
Why can't I'll do it right in front of you. You'll see exactly what I'm doing.
Okay. Would you show me anything else on your phone?
What do you want to see?
Anything that could help me find this guy?
Everything in there. The only thing pertaining to this is that.
But anything that would help me figure out the people's names that you were with tonight?
I don't have any way to do that. I don't.
There's nothing on your phone that might help?
No, the only thing pertaining to this is that.
Okay.
I mean, you know, however that goes. I wish she would just say it's a prank, and
like I said, we can't even ask her.
So what happens now?
Would you'll both be booked on your warrants.
She got a warrant too?
Yeah.
What the fuck? It's just like I'm not.
That's probably why she doesn't want to talk.
It's the irony of it all. Why would you be doing this? So go ahead. What were you gonna say? What's gonna happen next?
Gonna book you on your warrants for now. I gotta talk to the detective. We were trying to find the guy, confirm with him that it was a prank.
And if you do that, then they'll just leave this whole thing alone.
It would make it a lot easier.
Say that, because I don't know how to get in contact. Like I said, I don't even know where my car is. I was living.
And you have no way of getting in contact with the girl, the niece, either?
I don't know her. I didn't know.
You know a street name? You know anything?
Palm.
Palm?
Yeah.
Like a palm of your hand?
Yeah. Palm Street or something like that. Like I said,
Do you have her on Facebook?
No, the street. I thought you said a street name. You said her. You said what's the street name? Yeah, I know a street name.
I did say what's the street name. Yeah. That's not what I meant. Like nickname.
You're sleepy too.
Like nickname.
Of the girl?
Yeah.
No. I just know, like I said, when they came, we were leaving, they were telling me what was going on. I just thought it was funny. I didn't think to say, hey, what's your name? Or, you know, I just thought it was going to be funny, you know. We're going to make him think that he getting arrested. And you see stuff like this on them stupid reality shows all the time. Nobody goes to jail.
Listen, there ain't nothing real about reality shows.
Apparently so. Apparently so. But this is beyond me.
Okay.
But I mean, like I've told you what I know. I wish I could just, when the people that, they came out there, they didn't ask them. They came to get the other girls from the party came out there when I was in a police car.
Oh, when they came to get the car?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know all this to ask them.
Mm-hmm. So now that you know that it's a prank, I can't believe y'all thought we was riding around arresting people.
Well, not necessarily arresting people, but at least doing traffic stops.
The pair were subsequently booked into the county jail on charges of impersonating a police officer and false imprisonment, as well as unrelated counts of petty theft for Jymieka and a probation violation for Ryshawnna stemming from a larceny case. After further investigation, the police were able to get several victim statements, some confirming that yes, they knew it was a prank, while others were completely oblivious. According to the police, detectives have reason to believe that it was not the first time McDowell and Poole have impersonated the police. Florida court records show that Ryshawnna pled guilty later that year and received probation for her part in the crime. Jymieka chose to take her case to trial, most likely due to the police saying that they had evidence of her driving. Her pretrial date was on March 1st, 2022, while her full trial has yet to be scheduled.